Hi, this is Randy Paulson, and this is the Student Handbook review for 2014 and 2015 school year. And we are Chatfield High School, home of the Gophers, and here is my staff, including Sharon Manahan and Terry Dudek. If you have any questions during this presentation, please email your questions to rpaulson@chatfield.k12.mn.us. The student handbook will not be handed out in hard copy. We'll simply have it online. In order to get a hard copy, you must request one by coming to the high school office and asking Terry Dudek or Sharon Manahan. It is located at our website at chatfield.k12.mn.us. You click on district information, find policy forms and handbooks, and click on Handbook 2014-2015. Rules and procedures, complaints and questions. If you have a complaint or a question or concern, the first place to start as a student is with the teacher. 90% of your concerns, questions, complaints will be taken care of at this level. The next step would be to have a parent or you as a student come in to visit with the teacher to help resolve your question, complaint, or concern. Again, 90% that don't get resolved at the student-teacher level will get resolved at this level. The next step would be for the parent, student, principal to come to the principal. That would be the next step, and then followed by the superintendent, school board. Credit requirements, sophomores, it's 6 credits in order for you to become a sophomore. Juniors, you need to hit at least 13 credits, and seniors need to hit at least 20 credits. With one exception, if you have 19 credits and put together a 9-credit plan prior to the start of your senior year, then you can hit that senior status. Total number of credits required to graduate is 28 credits. If you're ill during the school day, you must go to the school nurse or her designee, which would probably be either Miss Dudek or Mrs. Manahan. The nurse will take care of you, and if your parent needs to be called, the nurse will call from her office. Please do not just leave if you're ill, or please don't contact your parents to come and pick you up before you have gone to the school nurse. The school nurse does have a requirement that she needs to follow by the Minnesota State Health, Department of Health, and so we do need to record the reason why students are leaving school and what type of illness, symptoms that students do have. Discipline matrix is online also, and all the consequences for different types of inappropriate behaviors are listed on the district matrix. You can find the district matrix at the same location as you'll find the student parent handbook. Weapons are always a concern. If it looks like a weapon, is used like a weapon, it will be considered a weapon. Weapons, explosives, and assaults are dangerous objects are obviously significant concerns to have here at school. Consequences for weapons, etc., are being confiscated, suspension, a report to police, and a recommendation to be expelled from school. Locks, doors, stay locked and closed. Do not force doors that are locked open. Two main areas that are issues are down in the band room, going to the band room hallway, and storage rooms, particularly the storage room that's located in the gym area. If a door is locked, that means it's locked for a reason. And people who force entry could be considered entering and forcing entry, or going into a location that they're not supposed to be, and they could be referred to the police, or have some consequences for doing that. Fighting, physical assaults. If both parties are involved, both will have consequences, which will probably be 2 to 10 days suspension for the first one. If two people are fighting, it doesn't matter who starts it. If it's a fight, both people will have consequences. Physical assaults, they are considered when one person is making the assault, or one person comes up and hits somebody and the other person does not. So if one person does this, they will be the one that will be suspended. Fireworks, incendiary devices, they could be like fireworks, smoke bombs, cigarette lighters, or other lighters are considered incendiary devices. Consequences for this could be suspension, police referral for charges, also a code of ethics violation under the Minnesota State High School League guidelines. Chemical, alcohol, tobacco, e-cigarettes. First offense, 2 weeks, 2 events, whichever is longer. 1 performing arts, such as band, math league, might be 1-act play. You'll have 2 weeks off school grounds and out of all activities for 2 weeks. And for 1 calendar year, you will not be able to go on any overnight field trips. We've had issues in the past with Facebook and Twitter, and so if you're putting pictures of yourself with alcoholic beverages on Facebook, if you're twittering somebody with the pages or a picture of you drinking a beverage or something like that, you will have consequences coming underneath the Minnesota State High School League guidelines. So make sure that you do not have pictures on Facebook that are inappropriate, or sending messages or pictures on Twitter that are inappropriate. Minnesota State High School Code of Ethics is when you might be breaking the law or school rules. So also first offense would be first sporting event, first performing arts event, and it may be increased based on severity. So if you are robbing a bank or robbing a car, or stealing a car, you would probably have 2 or maybe even 3 events that you will have to miss because of code of ethics violation. Rules at the bus stop and the bus. We do have school jurisdiction over school bus stop areas. So it's important that you become familiar with the rules. And those rules are usually located or posted on the bus. Consequences could be a warning to 3 days off the bus, 5 days to 20 days to the rest of the year. If you're riding home after games, you need to be riding on that bus that returns back to Chatfield High School. If you want to ride with a parent, your parent needs to go with you to the coach and sign out or tell the coach that you will be riding home with your parent. If it's somebody other than the parent, you need to have your parent write a note, and that note needs to have your name and the person that you're going to be riding with, and then you bring that note to the high school principal, myself, which then I sign it, and then I'm basically giving the coach permission to approve you to ride home with that other person, which typically is another player's parent. And so you bring that note to the coach, and then the coach will allow you to ride home with that other parent. The student parking lot has marked areas, and in those marked areas you should not park in the yellow areas. You should not park in any area that's marked as a custodian area or reserved parking, itinerary parking, visitor parking, and not the teacher parking lot. So make sure that you are parked in designated areas. This area here, which is our front area parking, is for seniors, visitors, and staff only. Juniors, sophomores, freshmen, they cannot park in this. Attendance at Chatfield High School is very important, If you are absent, however, because of illness or having to go see a doctor, you need to have a parent note for every absence, and you need to bring it to our front office, either to Mrs. Dudek or Mrs. Manahan. If you go to see a doctor, I highly recommend that you have a return with a doctor's note. Then we can mark it down as a verified medical. And again, bring that note also into the office. Excessive absenteeism, if you have 6 absences per semester, your parent will get a notice. 9 absences, you'll get a warning. After 9, you'll be referred to the school social worker, and a doctor's note will be required at that point in time. Unexcused absence, after your 3rd, so your 4th unexcused absence, there will be 1 grade reduction. For example, if you have a B plus and you have 1 reduction, you'll go down to a B. If you have an additional, you go from a B to a B minus, and your 6 could be from a B minus to a C plus. The 7th unexcused absence or tardy, you will be referred to for truancy. So make sure that you are not getting a series of unexcused absences. Acceptable absences would be such as illnesses, funeral, court, school field trip, which you do not need to bring in a note. Religious instruction, you do need to bring in a note in advance. Not acceptable absences would be such as shopping, hair appointments, overslept, pictures, late from a sporting event that night before, tanning, skipping, or not in your correct class, or any time that neither your parent or your school knows. Family vacations, we recommend that you do family vacations during holidays or breaks. If you are not able to do that, then we need to have an advance notice prior to your vacation. So we do not want you to be going on vacation without us knowing and without you getting your information to us as far as when your vacation is going to be and that type of thing, so you can get an advance makeup slip. If you do not do that, when you come back, you'll be faced with unexcused absences and probably have to make up some detention or even in-school suspension. So make sure that you give us an advance notice. Leaving the building during the day, it is unexcused if you don't follow the proper procedures. First of all, you need to get a permit to leave the building pass, and you need to bring in your parent permission slip. Then you need to get a pass, which we call a PLB, or permit to leave the building pass. Once you get that pass, you go back to class, and when it comes time for you to leave, according to what the time is on your pass, you show it to your teacher, and then you come down to the office, and then you sign out of the office and either wait in the office or the front entrance area for your parent to come, or if you're driving at that time, you should immediately leave. Hall passes are a must, and the best thing to do for hall passes is use your student planner and go to your current date in your student planner and write where you're going to go and have your teacher sign it. If you're going to go to the bathroom, write down lavatory, restroom, bathroom, and go up to your teacher and have them sign it and put the time on there. But if you don't follow those proper rules and procedures as far as hall passes, it could be considered an unexcused absence, could be detention, could be in school suspension, depending on how many times you've done it and how long you were gone. That concludes our first segment of the Student Handbook Review and rules and procedures here at Chatfield High School. Again, welcome back to Chatfield High School, home of the Gophers. Hopefully we'll see you in a little bit. The next segment will only take about 10 minutes. Thank you.